Hello and welcome back to From the Gamers. I am one of your hosts, MC Fixer, alongside the one and only, the glorious one, Mr. Moody from Outer Lives.
Hello. Thanks for having me back.
Of course, we needed the post show. And the one and only Kreshnik from twitch.tv/Kreshnik.
Hello. Hi.
Guys, it's done. Day one.
Yes.
Post show is upon us. EA, I've got to turn back pages. EA is done. So coming in, we all had very different expectations for the show.
Yes.
Mr. Moody, you was at a 5.
Yes.
Kresh, you was at a 8.
Yes.
And I was at a 7. First of all, Mr. Moody, was your expectations met?
Yeah, it was a 5.
Kresh, was your expectations met?
It wasn't even close. Wasn't even close.
And myself, it wasn't quite there, was it? What we'll do is we'll go through it one by one, give our thoughts on each thing, and then we'll do a little wrap up on all in all. How's that sound, boys?
All right. That sounds good.
Cool, let's go. So number one, we kicked off with Battlefield 5. They announced that they would have a Battle Royale mode and showed none of it. Let's start there. Let's break that down. This might have been the biggest disappointment for me, personally. It's E3. This is where you show things. This is where you get people excited. This is what happens. It's one of those things where you're like, what is going on? Like, really? You can't announce a mode and then go, you'll see it later this year. The game comes out in 4 months.
Yeah. I think the Battle Royale mode was added very late.
Yeah.
And it's not close to being done.
I totally agree.
Expect it until like 4 or 5 months after the game comes out.
Yeah, I don't think this is ready for day one. Moody, what's your thoughts at the moment on that?
Yeah, the Battle Royale is not going to be done when it launches. If it launches at the end of the year, like December. But it'll be. Oof. It's very disappointing to think that this. I enjoyed the reveal for Battlefield 5. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty interesting. The trailer, even if it didn't show much, I thought, oh, you know what, this is not bad. I don't mind it. And I really liked Battlefield 1. It was one of my favorite games of that year, and they didn't bring it. I can appreciate come back for Xbox.
Yeah,
they'll show you a little bit more, but you tell me you couldn't show us anything.
I just
couldn't have given us something.
I'm with you totally. They showed off a tiny piece of the single player, which looked, for me, it looked okay. I think I'm just done. Personally, I'm done with bro shooter stories. Not to say this is a bro shooter, but just those type of campaigns. Call of Duty's campaign bores me. Battlefield campaign bores me. Titanfall's campaign was good, but because of the gameplay design, not the story per se. The robot was kind of cool, but for me, it just doesn't hit me hard enough. Yes, they said they're gonna show more at Xbox's conference tomorrow, but I just don't feel like they brought it at all with this. It was like, we've really done our show. We have to mention that we have it, and Battle Royale is being tacked on out of nowhere.
Yeah. I think Battle Royale could work in the game, but it's so early to announce it if it's not ready. Make an event and announce it like later on after the game comes out. Like, oh, you haven't got Battlefield yet? Well, here's a Battle Royale mode for you.
That's the reason you should be buying Battlefield 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, it fell flat for me, pretty much like a lot of this conference. Next up was FIFA 19, which was one of the hype moments for me personally, which I'm sure, Chris, you're not a FIFA guy, so you probably don't understand it at all. So obviously we found out a few months ago that Pro Evolution Soccer lost the license to the Champions League. For any football fans that understand this will actually care. And FIFA have obtained them. Obviously FIFA being the better game of the two in my opinion. That is a big deal in itself. That is a big deal. It means the career mode has a campaign. There's going to be a mode added onto Ultimate Team for it. There's a tournament mode. No mention of Be a Pro, which is the mode that I feel like the hardcore players play. Like, the hardcore of hardcore players play a lot of pro clubs. And I felt like they just sort of let it they didn't even mention it, which is annoying because I felt like this is quite easy to throw a Champions League mode in there. Moody, you're a football fan. Did this do anything for you to try and come in a bit more, Champions League being added?
No.
Yeah.
But it was very unusual at the same time, this one. I was just like, wait, that's all you're going to show us? Like, you literally say, oh, it will be in the journey. And I was like, you're not going to show us anything of the journey.
Yeah.
For me, says, that's all we've only thrown that in for Fixer. That's all you're getting the story for. That's it. And it was very unusual.
Their whole conference for me says that like they're gonna have another EA conference at some point in a few months.
No way.
Not in a few months, like around when Battlefield comes out, a little bit after Battlefield comes out, when they want to reveal the Battle Royale mode and whatever and show more stuff.
Yeah, for me...
Paris Games Week? Paris Games Week, maybe?
Possibly.
Possibly.
I wouldn't be surprised.
The Champions League was a big one. I was hype about that. They then announced that FIFA 18 is free at the moment. I think this is the only reason they've done this. The only reason they've not put this in EA Access is because of the World Cup mode this year. Any other time, it would have been in there by now. But because the World Cup mode, they're like, let's get them in. It's a little bit like, you hear about drug dealers. They give the customer a little bit to get them hooked. And then, this is how it is. I'm not a drug dealer. Everyone calm down.
Also, it's important to note that Sony doesn't have EA Access. So
Very
they'd be
true.
cutting off that whole market.
Very true. Very true. So this is free on PlayStation, Xbox, and Origins. They didn't really go into detail how long, what you could play. They said it was the full game, but they didn't say how long. So I'm guessing maybe the week of E3, maybe a month, just to, like I say, to get people in, to get them playing, and then, but a little bit disappointed. Other than that, after that, we had Andrew Wilson come out and speak about stream-based gaming. Stream? Yeah, Steam-cloud-based gaming. Where are we at with this? Because I'm in a weird place. I'm in a weird place where I'm totally for consoles to go away. Like, I am. I'm totally on board with one console, or if they can get streaming-based content with low latency and stuff like that, awesome. It's not going to work, though, in my opinion. And I think it's very hard for us to judge sitting here, not being able to go there and play it and seeing how the latency works.
We're we're like not at a point where the average consumer could play a game streamed.
I agree with you.
Like, I don't think a lot has changed since PlayStation Now came out, and that was atrocious. It's still not fun to play games on PlayStation Now.
Yeah, I've never done it myself, so I can't really speak. They went into some details. Sorry, I'm skipping over you there. Stream-based gaming, cloud-based gaming. Sorry, where are you at on that? Do you like it? Is it something you would be interested in, or not really?
If it works, yeah, it'd be something to be interested in. But it's like if it works, like he's brought up, Crash, PlayStation Now doesn't work. It's not working very well at this moment in time still, and I don't know if EA will be able to pull it off either. It's one of those things. I can see why EA want to go towards this. I can understand that. There's no doubt about it. We are becoming a more digital age. We're becoming a more online age like we've ever been before. And I think I can understand why they want to go for it. See how it goes. Well, it's interesting. I won't lie. Like when Andrew Wilson came out, I was like, "Oh God, I'm going to sleep now."
Notice Andrew Wilson not in a suit. We said suit-based people, not in a suit. Yeah. He's like, I need to dress down for this. I'm a gamer. I need to be more in touch with the crowd. Don't think that's not on purpose. Me, I dress up for the job I want. Andrew Wilson has to dress down for the job for the people he's speaking to. That's 100% what this is, guys. Don't get it confused. 100%. Like, this is not do not think that's not a calculated move. It's like, crap, they don't like my suits. We spoke about it beforehand. It's like, okay, what do I do? All right, nice cardigan. We're good. But yeah, he did also come out and he spoke about Origin Premium, which is their version of Xbox Game Pass, pretty much. My chat spoke to me about how they said over 100 games, yada, yada, yada. They said they didn't speak about consoles. So my chat was saying this is PC only, so it means you'll be able to get all new EA games. When I say it's like Game Pass, it's like all first party, obviously EA, not a studio like Xbox, but you know what I'm trying to say here. All EA games will be going into this. It's from what I understood from what they were saying. If this is only on PC, I think they've missed the mark, personally, because this should be something that is everywhere. But that being said, I think it would probably drive me to play on PC more.
Yeah. I don't think it's coming to console right now. I think they're for their console. I think they're looking at Game Pass a little bit closer. And Game Pass has been removing games and whatnot as of late, which might not be a good sign for them to invest into it.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll find out more tomorrow as well. Like you and me saying in chat. Go on, Mood.
It's also... I completely forgot. I don't know what I was going to say there.
Good thing I'm a good host. For me, it's a good idea. I feel like anything that can save me money in the long run, I'm all for. Even as someone who's a streamer, which I'm in a very different position to a regular gamer, same with Crash, I think we both appeal, where we like to own games on multiple platforms due to the fan base that we play with and stuff like that. Stuff like this works for me. If they've got a yearly subscription that I can, and again, this is why I hate Game Pass, where they've just brought out the 6 months, so a little bit better, but a yearly subscription, I pay up front, and it's out of sight, out of mind for me, and that's how I work best. I know people be like, that's 100. Yeah, go on, please.
They only have EA access on one console, so maybe their most premium thing when it comes to Origin is on a PC. So if it's not on, like, that's maybe why.
But EA access is on
right now.
PC as well.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is they've only got EA access on one console, haven't they? It's only Xbox. Most of it's all on PC. I know if PlayStation decided to opt out of it, that's maybe why they decided we're only putting it on PC right now.
Maybe.
I could see Microsoft wanting to opt out of it as well. With them having the Game Pass, I don't think they'd want another pass subscription like that.
See,
they already have EA access.
I think the opposite. I feel like they're going to go, okay, cool, you're not going to give us out your games. At least give us the service that you provide to the PC players. Because at least then it's like, because I don't think Sony didn't want EA access, so they're definitely not going to want this. And I feel like Xbox are the good guys in this conversation where it's, well, look, we don't care if you're competing with us, you can have this as well, sort of thing.
I could see Sony taking this. I'm interested with the PlayStation conference only because the reason they didn't was because of PlayStation Now.
Yes.
The PlayStation Now has been not a success in the slightest. So I'd be interested if they change their tone on that this conference.
Possibly. After that, they mentioned Madden 19 coming to PC after it's not been on PC for a while. Does nothing for me. Didn't show a story mode. They didn't even show Madden off, which for me is shocking. Yeah. They didn't show if it'd have a story. How did last year's so get me, and now this year there's nothing? Same with FIFA, Moody. Like you said, it's like, yeah, Alex Hunter will be going to the Champions League. Well, can we see that? Can we see that? No? Oh, okay, cool. No big deal.
Wait,
okay.
You didn't like Young Kib?
Young Kib? What's Young Kib? Who's that?
The kid who had the belt.
No, we're getting to him. He's not yet.
Oh, is he not yet?
He's later.
No.
Was he here?
He was from Madden. Yeah.
Oh no, you're right. He was. Wait, what did I write?
Kib was from Madden.
You're right. I don't know who he was. I didn't care. I forgot about it. I'm sorry. You're right.
He got his belt stolen at the end. I felt very bad.
Bro, I said to Haley, I would knock that man out on stage. I just went 5. You just showed a video of me going 5 years without winning. I win it and you take it off me on stage. I'm gonna knock you the
Yeah.
Well, I know.
Disrespectful.
Young but they've got to change the number 8 to a 9 now, so that's why.
Oh, of course. Next up, we had Andrew Renee, who I personally think done a fabulous job throughout the whole conference. Was underutilized, which doesn't surprise me. Underutilized, and it's a shame, but it's one of those things. And then we had her sit down with Vince Zampella. He announced the Star Wars game. He announced that the game will be called Jedi Fallen Order. Moody, you're the excited Star Wars fan. What do you think of this?
Why could I know they're saying it's far away. They said it's probably
Well, 2019. Yeah.
Why couldn't you give us something, a trailer here? Why?
Don't
Please
show anything.
Something.
Why? I could see I agree with you. Andrea Renee, she did a brilliant job. She did as best she could with what she had. And even he was a little excited, but you could see, I felt like he was like, we're not giving you anything, so
yeah.
The title. I really want to give you something.
Not even, wait. So not just the title. So it's just the title, not even a logo of the title.
Yeah.
Like,
it was a horrible look. It was a horrible look for them, I think.
Yeah, I personally didn't get it. Didn't understand it. It didn't make sense to me personally. They did announce that you would play as a Jedi, you would have a lightsaber, and that it would be coming in holiday 2019, maybe.
Yeah, that whole thing kind of made me less interested in the game. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when we get a trailer in 2019.
I feel like I can't be less interested in something that I don't know what it is. Okay, cool. You play as a Jedi. I'm totally down for that. Is it first person? Is it third person? Is it this? Is it that? It's dark tone. Cool. That's cool, I guess. It's a dark world with a dark tone, and I'm totally down for that. But as someone who's not even a huge Star Wars fan, you did nothing to help your case here. Like, it just seemed like a weird way to announce it, a weird way to say something. It seemed weird. Which, a lot of this conference was weird, if I'm honest with you. It was a lot of decisions that I went,
100%.
Did you really sit down and go, this is the best we've got?
Yep.
But we'll get to the wrap-up at the end.
They were very tentative. You could literally see that they were trying, but they were trying maybe too hard. And they were not nailing it.
Speaking of someone who was trying too hard, my boy Dennis, who came out, speaking about Battlefront 2. That whole time I was quite angry. Maybe angry is the wrong word.
Disappointed.
Yeah. They danced around saying sorry for me. It was very much we know we tried to sprint out, but it's not and all this PR speak. I personally I didn't buy the game, so it's hard for me to be like, oh, you should have. Right. But if I was a consumer or someone who bought this game who was let down by all of this, why did you not say, I am sorry? Like, simple words. I just don't understand why that wasn't, we're sorry that we, but no, it was just dance around. For me, just despicable. Very upsetting.
I think this whole conference, it was very apparent that they didn't have the right people speaking for the games. There was a lot of people who stuttered, who looked anxious, who didn't look good there. And I get why, but that's why you have a PR, you have a community manager or something along those lines who can speak about your game with the people better. I understand why you'd want to have a person who's in the grime with like developing in the game, everything up there talking, but I would have preferred to see somebody who could speak more smoothly and sell me on the game.
Yeah, I get what you're saying on that, but we'll get to a game that gets announced, SOS, that had the developer come out, and I know Lucy in my chat, who is Queen of the Indies, absolutely loves it. She loves the way that came across, which
I agree.
We'll get to that. Hold it. We'll get to it. But yeah, Clone Wars was announced. There was a soft sorry. They spoke about some characters. I'm not a Star Wars fan, so Moody, help me out here. Who are they? General Grievous?
General Grievous, he's the leader of the droid army. Count Dooku was the Sith apprentice to Darth Sidious.
And the one and only.
Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker. I think it's funny that they didn't have any... They showed
images.
Grievous, like in a poster. Yeah, but why didn't they have the rest?
No images, no nothing, no character models, nothing.
This whole thing, they did that.
It was just a lot of, let's speak and not show.
Yeah.
I didn't realise I was listening to a podcast all of a sudden.
Basically.
And we even have video for this podcast. Next up was the big one. The shit came up and I screamed Yarny. I screamed it instantaneously.
I love this. I did as well.
Unravel 2 is a thing. As soon as I saw that ship, I went, Yarny! It's Yarny! And it happened, and instantaneously I was happy. Kresh, me and you were speaking before E3 about how we want things to play, we want stuff, we want it now. We got it, I guess.
Does it? Look, I don't know.
You don't like it?
Look interesting to me. No,
Interesting. Okay.
it did not. But then again, the first one didn't interest me, so I wouldn't expect the sequel to that to interest me.
Yeah.
But
Moody, where you at? Hype levels. It's out today. Okay, Dancing Moody. For the audio listeners, Dancing Moody.
I'm
That's what
so
we get.
hyped with this. This is the best thing about the conference for me overall, especially when they literally came out and said, "Oh, it's out now as well." And I was like, "What? Oh my god! You've done something right. Why?" And I loved it. I connected with Yanni. I loved what I saw of the gameplay. I was thinking, "Oh shit, Fixer got what he wanted as well in a co-op way and everything." You said you wanted co-op in it.
Look. No.
You said you wanted co-op in it if they did reveal it.
I wanted something different. I got something different. I don't think I got what I wanted. Which is interesting because I sit here and I said, cool, it's gonna have co-op. I didn't say I necessarily wanted co-op. It's one of those things where I'm like, I like the look of it. I think it's interesting. I think it's very interesting they put it out today, where if it fouls, that's on them. That's on EA if it fouls now, because there was no lead-up time. I don't know. I felt like with the whole this conference, I was waiting for something to wow me, and none of it wowed me, personally. I think it's probably something I would play with Haley, though. It looks interesting, the co-op aspects of... I like the fact that they do have single player where you can carry the partner around the running parts and stuff like that. It just didn't do enough. It didn't have that same Yarny feeling, that same Yarny love for me. It felt more commercialized, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah. To me, it looked kind of tacked on. It didn't look like... I don't know.
I disagree with you there. It definitely looked like it was made for a co-op experience. Especially the way they did the gameplay trailer there and showed us how you could come at it, like the way you come at it and stuff like that. That looked like it was made for two people. It reminds me of Brothers, that type of... It's a game that was made around two people, two playing, yeah. But, I don't know, it just didn't get me. Moody, what did you like about the gameplay?
It was everything that I thought it was going to be. They weren't going to change the gameplay that much, I didn't think. They threw in the co-op part. What works for me, I think I was with my mate and we were all full of like, this looks great. I want it now. And then he comes out and says, it's out now. We're like, I was like, yes.
So
I was ready for it. I was over the moon.
Will you be buying it today?
Yes.
Cool. Well, they did their job then. They did their job.
They nailed it. They nailed it for Unraveled. The guy who came out, you could see he was passionate. You could see he was really excited to show us this. Just like on the next one, you're going to bring up and everything. But for me, it clicked. Let's say I can understand for both of you, it's not your type of game. It didn't click for you, but for me, it did. I loved it.
Dope. Yeah. Dope. They then come out, Andrew Wilson came back out, and I think it was Andrew Wilson, if I'm not mistaken, and come out and said...
It was the originals guy, wasn't it?
Okay, sorry, I didn't write his name down, so I missed that. And came out and said that A Way Out has sold now 2 million copies, or had 2 million players. One or I don't know which one it was. I don't know if it was... I think it was 2 million players. Which, again, we have to take that with a pinch of salt then, meaning it's not 2 million copies, but because you got a free code with we didn't even get a free code. Like, it was, you just downloaded an app to let you play the game. So, that's still a fantastic amount of players, still a fantastic game, in my opinion. Great game, great gameplay, and with a good story, in my opinion. But then we moved on to Joe Me Games, which they were calling SOS at the start of it. We then found out it was Soul of Solidation. Right?
Yeah. I thought it was Sea of Solitude.
Solitude, that's where it was. Solitude. Solitation. Oh god. They said SOS at the start, and I was like, boom, I can pronounce that. They talked about your feelings and your mood, and the dev went into detail, very emotional, very excited to show off her game, which is all good things, don't get me wrong, that's all fantastic. I felt like she went on a little bit too long, just for me, and I felt like my Twitch chat was the same way. It was pretty much we're already getting a lot of lulls here, and then it was not that I don't think she did a bad job of portraying herself or anything like that, but I just felt like these shows need to do something else for originals. I feel like I always feel like I know Yandy was quite hype, but like the mood just sort of changed. It was like, we're talking about our feelings and we're talking about this, and don't get me wrong, that's dope and that's great, but I don't think here's the place to say that. Did you like the look of it? Did you like what was getting said?
I loved it. I loved everything about that game.
You are a bit emo, that makes sense.
So what you can say with me when I say I like the look of it, I thought it looked brilliant.
Yeah,
you're moody.
You're moody. That makes perfect sense. It looked like a devil girl that was angry the whole time. Like, yes, it's me being represented.
I thought the look was amazing. I thought the concept was amazing. I'm more interested with what exactly the gameplay will be.
Apparently, there's gameplay out there already because Lucy was saying she already seen this game and stuff. So.
Got you.
Do your research, definitely.
Yeah. One thing I do want to touch on. I do think they need to do something different for the originals. I think doing something more like what Sony does or what Xbox does, where it's more compact and they get through the games a lot quicker.
I don't think they've got enough. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I don't think they have enough to do that.
But yeah, I totally agree.
I
totally agree. Moody. You liked what you saw. It's something you'll definitely be picking up at day one.
The originals part was the best part of this conference. I loved both what I loved both what I saw. So, yeah. I see what you mean. Where the lady feels like it maybe went on a little too long, but I think it's because she was nervous.
Yeah, no,
which I can appreciate, and that made it more sincere and made us connect with her for me. So.
Yeah, no, I totally connected. I totally agree with you both. But just from a standpoint of where I'm reviewing the conference, and I'm like, cool, let's get in, let's get out, let's get some news, and we didn't really get that, but you get what I mean. Moving on, they showed. Moving on, they showed NBA 19. They pretty much showed the my. It's called My Squad, which is the equivalent to NBA 2K's My Park.
Yeah.
You didn't really see anything more than that. That was it. No. Which, okay. I don't think NBA 19 has the, it doesn't have the same level as FIFA or even Madden. They showed that little of Madden and we was like, okay, we know what Madden is. Okay, we know what FIFA is. It didn't show FIFA. We know what FIFA is. It's like the trailers. NBA, I'm like, no, you better sell me this game because you've not hit it at the park, in my opinion. I know some people disagree with me, but you've not hit that game at the park once. You've not hit a free-player once. Sports reference. There you go. Bringing it back. For me. So, did this do anything for you guys? Because NBA Park, to me, NBA 2K's Park mode is really interesting to me. It's the way you can customize your character, and you go to the streets, and you play basketball, and you queue up in the park, which is really the weird part for me. I've got to be honest. You just stand there, literally waiting for the game to end. Really strange. But did this do anything? Because it did nothing for me personally.
No, not at all.
No. No.
So they didn't achieve their goals there. No. So I am right. Then we had NBA 19 again, Madden 19 come out again. They announced it a little bit with the PC. Then he come out again. Trust me, I got the order. And then we had the eSport people talk, and I was like, I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are. Yeah. Maybe I'm in the wrong here, but I don't know who you guys are. I don't care what you're saying. I get it. One of
them's a football player.
Okay.
So.
No, they should have got the Beckham guy. Get someone we know. Like, let me just, sorry, Chris, to go off on a quick one, but go get someone we know. Go get Tom Brady. Go get the other dude who plays for the other team. You know, the other quarterback. Go get a quarterback. We know who the quarterbacks are.
The reason they got him is because he's a gamer and he streams regularly.
I get it, but I don't know who you're. This is not for.
But it's not. But this is not for you.
No.
For you.
No, but this is not for. This E3 is a trade show. E3 is for the Forbes and all those, but the big people. This is for the no. Like, dumb it down. You don't agree, but I like it.
I don't think you win if you dumb it down. I don't think you win if you.
Go get Tom Brady.
What gamer is going to be hyped about seeing Tom Brady on the
Nobody, but at least I know who he is.
I gotta agree with Crash a bit because everyone was. Sorry, I gotta agree with Crash for a bit.
Go on, Moody, hit me.
No, I gotta agree with Crash a bit because I was like that when they showed Pele and Mourinho a couple of years ago, and I was just like, why are you bringing these people on?
Okay.
You don't need it. At least you brought a person on who plays games, is an actual streamer. I understand. Yes, it didn't connect with us because we don't know who he was or anything, but I understand why they have him there. Was it a boring segment? Yes. But I understand.
If you play NFL, you're going to know who he is.
I play NFL. I don't have a clue who he is.
You play all the time? Regularly?
Did you say play NFL? I play enough NFL. I own the game,
You know
bought
what
it day
NFL
one,
play. You knew
played
what
the
NFL
story,
play.
played the Ultimate Team. I played the game.
You
Alright?
knew what I meant by play. You don't play regularly.
Moving on, we had the worst part of this whole segment that I would enter Crash's chat, and we had the shoutcasting. And my notes say, some guy, dumb, boring, live gameplay. Oh wait, it's Command and Conquer.
Yeah, it was such a waste of time. Why make me sit through that? I don't know who the two people playing are.
Nope.
The casters, I've never heard the caster, and I watch esports, so I don't know who that caster is. I don't know. I don't care about the other dude. I didn't care about the whole thing. I'm sorry about that.
He got so angry that he broke something.
My bad. His name was Nick at Night. It was a waste of time. It was
just
atrocious.
I don't need that at
Yeah.
Live gameplay is so hard to do. Yarny did it perfect. It was, here's a small condensed thing that we know this is going to take 5 minutes as long as we don't mess up, whatever. Let's go through, play, boom, announcement done. This was like, alright, you guys, you're both going to play, because we're showing off our new mobile game. We're both going to play, and we don't know how long this is going to last, because you're both going to try. Just let one person win.
Yeah. I was so mad when the other dude scored a point. I was like, what's going
Come on!
I wanted the other guy to win. Just let him
Exactly. But we did find out it was Command and Conquer Rivals coming to mobile today. They've killed Command and Conquer IP.
Alpha on Android is out today.
Oh, sorry, you're right. You are correct.
That was...
Anybody else enjoy that?
Hell no. It was time when I went for a bathroom break.
It was literally, chat was like, go get another side of Fixer, we're done. I'm like, yeah, you're right.
The thing is with it, I agree with you, it's like hard to pull off gameplay and everything, but what makes it worse that for this one for me was the thing that hurt Battlefront 2 last year was the commentators. We don't need commentators. They ruin it for me personally.
So last year it worked because they got notable commentators. If you're into like the scene at all, you knew who Golden Boy was. You understood that.
Yeah.
So it was a person you like, and it's like when Andre Renee is on talking, you like it.
We like it because we know that. Yeah, you're right. I hear
exactly.
I get that.
With this guy, I have no clue who he is. They said he's a commentator. I've never heard of him. He probably commentates NFL or something like that.
Yeah.
That the base is there and there's a community there, but that esports community doesn't mesh well with other parts of the esports community.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I think for me, it's just time and place. This is not the time and this is not the place.
I agree.
Yeah. And RIP to Command & Conquer. I used to love that when I was a kid, and they've just... It's not even dead and buried yet. It's decayed already.
That's the situation where
you say that
name on something to sell it.
What? Well, my uncle, shout out to Fishy, he literally went, I'll be downloading that. I was just like, Jesus, dude. I said, you would not have downloaded that if it were Command & Conquer. So, I'm like, Jesus. But I guarantee it makes money.
All games hit someone in a certain way.
True.
So
yeah, if it was Resident Evil mobile crap game, I'd still buy it. You're right.
Yeah, you would. There's 100%. No doubt about it.
We had Andrew Wilson come out and speak, and he was just talking from his heart, or a very scripted heart. Yeah, air quotes where I say heart. Yeah. It was cool. Whatever.
Look at the Titans run next time.
I didn't need that personally. I needed Andrew Renee.
I get why they did it.
Yeah, I get it, because it's like, we're not the bad guys, please, and that's all it felt like to me. Though it's like, look, we're not the bad guys, just relax, sort of thing. And then we had the big moment, which was the Anthem trailer dropped, which looked cool. We then had a Q&A with the BioWare team, where we went through a couple of things. No shared hub world, so when you're handling missions and stuff like that, that's what I got from that. The story is going to be told through that, is what I got. Which we'll get to how I feel about that in a little bit. No loot boxes. I then had my Twitter go mad because they announced the date on Twitter before they did at the press conference, which is February 22nd, 2019. Jesus Christ. We then saw this. We'll go over these things again, but I just want to get through it for the people listening. We then had a gameplay trailer, and boom. So, what did you guys think about the trailer number 1? The first trailer?
I liked it.
So did I.
I liked it as well. Yeah, for me, it looked good. It showed the tone well, stuff like that. It showed off the javelins, which I will not be calling javelins. I will be calling them Iron Man suits. I don't care what they say. It's my house, and I'll cry if I want to. Yeah, for me, that's where I was at. What did you guys think of the Q&A session with the BioWare team? What did you think of the presentation of it? What did you think with how it was dealt with? What did you think of the PR written questions? What did you think?
Yeah.
Felt forced.
I half liked it, but then also half of me's like...
Me too.
Didn't really... It was, first of all, it was a little bit too long, and then also it's like, these aren't the questions people would have wanted answered. No. It's even clear that with like the Twitter questions, they very specifically picked out ones that they were prepared
that one works for the way we speak, or maybe someone just wrote it.
Like, what about the loot system? People are like, is this going to be a looter shooter? All that stuff. Like, what about those? Like, a lot of that was about story and concept and all that, and that's cool, but that's not going to keep me in the game. And I think they were also a little bit not really knowing what people wanted, because they were like, oh yeah, people want story to come back to. No, people want end game content to come back to, and you didn't really speak to that.
I disagree with you, partly. But let's go to Moody quickly, just get his initial thoughts.
I liked the trailer. I thought the Q&A session was very forced. Like I say, with all the Twitter questions. I liked when they did the full trailer at the end with the gameplay. I really did enjoy that. I really did enjoy that. I'm looking forward to it, but it didn't get me hyped like it was last year.
I'm with you, Moody. I am 100% with you.
You're crazy.
I've got... It looked good. I liked the presentation of the Q&A. I liked the way it was presented. I didn't like the fact that you brought in someone like Andrew Renee, who's a fan, who's a professional, so it wouldn't have put them under too much pressure on questions, but yet you made her go out there and ask very PR questions. It kind of defeated... It could have been anyone hosting. The reason they got her was to make it be perceived as if she was asking those questions, and she wasn't. Yeah. Because they're not the questions we would have asked.
You would ask.
Exactly. They're not the questions she would have asked. They were very... You can tell, personally, maybe I'm wrong, but you could see that it was very forced, in my opinion. Yeah. And it was a shame. For me, I'm with you, Crash, on the questions people would like to have known endgame stuff, not story. Personally, I'm the opposite. I would have loved to have known how the story was going to be told, which I got, but I didn't get what I wanted. Because it sounds like it's going to be, go off and do this mission with your friends, come back, you'll get a piece of story. Go off and do this mission with your friends with a voice in your head and blah, 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 and come back, get the story. And that's not what I want. I don't think that can be done well.
Yeah, that whole part just like felt very disconnected from me. I feel like they were trying to transform a genre that maybe doesn't need transforming, because to talk about Destiny tells story and the characters, and I felt connected to my character in Destiny. It was my character, the character I made from the beginning and carried on, and then Destiny 2 lets you bring that character forward with some dumb decisions, but that's beside the point. So I don't know, I disagreed with a lot of what they said and their reasoning, personally.
Moody, are we going to get the story we want from Anthem?
I honestly don't know. I hope, but I can agree with Crash that I would be surprised if we didn't get it. I think if this was technically coming out 2020 or maybe late 2019, maybe. But I don't know. I don't know. If I would be,
I don't think more time would have helped the game though, because the way it's
Yeah,
designed.
It's the way they're designing. It's the way they're going into it.
What,
and telling that
what did
story.
you all think of the? Sorry, Mood. You can finish up, please.
No. I was agreeing with you.
For me, it's they said how they want this story to be able to be played for years to come, yada yada yada. And maybe I'm wrong in thinking this, but all I heard was multiple season passes, multiple expansions, multiple this, multiple that. I didn't hear this is for the gamers. I didn't hear that. Maybe maybe that's me. Maybe that's how Destiny has bloody broken me because of the way they do their story, which I don't like. Everyone has a different opinion on that, but
how they're gonna do it.
It's gonna be here's your base story. First expansion gives you a bit more story. Second expansion, a bit more story. We'll give a little side quest here and there free. That's how it feels to me already.
I don't know. It could. My thing is like, it could very well be that, or it could be an expansive story where this is like the starting point, and you have this bad guy that you beat by the end of it, and then later on, oh, this other thing happened, and there's these other characters way off over there that we sort of hint at but don't really touch with, and this expansion deals with that. Yeah. And I'd be down for that, where it's sort of like fleshing out that universe. I don't think it'll be that. I don't think they sold me on that.
I'm down for that if I'm getting the... I think for me is... I really hate hearing about other stories being told in the game before I've even got the first story.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, you're meant to be selling me something that is $60, £50 to us. Why are you already talking about other stories? And that's why I say I think it might be a little bit myself, the way I'm designed now, because of being broken by games like Destiny, or even not Division for story, but like the content, the way it's added now. It's just like, great, I'm going to have to pay more to get a full story here. That's all I heard there, and it sort of broke me a little bit inside, which I hope's not the case.
Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me, though. Wouldn't surprise me.
I don't know.
Overall,
I hope.
We got to see gameplay, which I enjoyed what I saw. Moody enjoyed what he saw. Christian, you enjoyed what you saw, correct?
I loved what I saw.
Perfect.
Not in your guys' camp.
But... And I still have a but that I'm not sold. There's something missing. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. I don't know if it was the fact they spoke about other story before they finished this story. I don't know if it's the fact that we don't know if it's a loot grind. We don't know if this is this. If we can have different class. We've got different classes, but if we can have different class slots. Whatever. But something isn't sitting right with me on this one. And I don't know what it is. Anybody else got that feeling at all?
Yeah, I agree.
Do you know why?
There's a but.
I disagree.
It might be EA. That's because it's part of EA. People are like, oh, we don't know what they're gonna do. They're saying, oh, there's no loot boxes and all this on Battlefield 5 and all that. But who knows what they're gonna do with
same with this. They said no loot boxes. They said on stage no loot boxes.
Yeah, agreed. But we know that they want to make this their Destiny. And we've just seen what Destiny have done with their next expansion.
Shaders,
that's like, what, $40 in it. And that's probably how it's going to go with this. We're going to get like a $50, $60 game. And then 6 months later, he's throwing another $40, 30 quid, whatever. And unless it grasps you straight away and makes you want to come back, the gameplay has to be amazing. It has to be amazing for me to come back, because Destiny never clicked with me, even though they have good mechanics.
Gameplay's brilliant. Yeah.
But they have to have. Go on.
Sorry, for me, I think I'm with you. I'm totally with you. Which is the gameplay looks solid. The story in Destiny never got me. Like, not a tiny bit. I played 1, I played 2. I've played 2 lots of expansion now, right? With Crash.
Yeah.
And still, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Maybe that's partly my fault, because I don't pay attention as much, because I didn't care from the beginning. That's partly my fault. I'm not going to sit here and say it's not. But I just don't care. So Anthem, for me, is like, please, I beg you, make me care about these javelins. Yeah. Make me care about these characters. Make me care about my character. Which I totally disagree with you, Chris, where I never had that affinity for my own character. I was just like, oh, you're just someone I run around and shoot with. That's it.
Right.
I don't know.
It's very difficult. It's a difficult one. It really is. It's like the same thing like with me with Unraveled. You guys didn't click with it, but I did. But Chris, with you Anthem, you've clicked with what you're seeing. Me and Fixer are on the fence with it. It's very one of those things.
Yeah.
Like, for all we know, we'll play it and we'll be like, fucking hell, this is the best game ever.
It
Why
looks
wasn't
fantastic.
Destiny 2 like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully when we play it, we'll be like, this is better than Destiny 2. With a great story that's hooking me, and I think with not only with great mechanics. That's what I'm hoping for. But there was, like you said, there was a but. I just felt like there was a but. And what I want to ask you is, what do you think of the release date? I think it's all right. I think it's a good place, February.
The same day as Days Gone.
Oh, fuck. I didn't realize that. I didn't know that.
Same day as Days Gone.
Which one's that's the zombie game?
That's the one I care about. And if I had to, I'm not going to have to, but one of them's going to move. Guarantee.
Days Gone is gonna move.
Days Gone doesn't move.
I don't think it's...
Days Gone moves. Days Gone move. 100%.
I don't think it goes up.
No way.
I think either Sony keeps it there and it's not a smart move. I don't think Days Gone can go up against Anthem, even if Anthem isn't good.
No, because it's multi-platform. It's if it's a game that you need 4 people, why are you going to put up a single-player game that everyone's really lukewarm on? Like, as me, I love Days Gone. I love the look of it. I can't wait to play it. But even me, I'm like, well, I can wait on Days Gone. You can't miss the hype around Anthem. You can't, because you're left behind.
Yeah.
Wow, this is intriguing. This is intriguing. I didn't know that until you said that, Fixer. I didn't know that.
Always come with the hot scoops. I wish I could take credit. It was my Twitch chat. I'm not gonna lie. Well, let's end this. Let's hit them up with a review. We got to hit a score for each press conference. Coming to you first, Mr. Moody. If you had to score this out of 10, what would you give it?
5. They hit my expectations, but very low either way. So
yeah,
5.
Okay, Crash.
4.
Ooh,
no.
Okay.
No.
And is that all Anthem for you?
That's Anthem and SOS. Like nothing else really did anything.
And I am at a probably... I think Anthem on its own gives it probably a 5 for me. Just Anthem, just because the gameplay looks so good. But they didn't even show FIFA. They didn't show any. They didn't show me anything of the games that... Remember, of E3, I'm the one that plays... I know Moody you play dabble in, but I play FIFA. I bought Madden. I play Madden. I would have played the Tiger Woods game. Like, I like sports games, and even the sports games you were showing, you didn't show. No new mechanics, no new gameplay, no new nothing. Like, 4 or 5, I'm probably more at 5 just because Anthem was Anthem, and the gameplay looks so different and unique to anything we've ever played.
Yeah.
But, yeah, probably 5.
I love the originals in Anthem, even though there was a book for Anthem, but I still liked what I saw.
Yeah. Oh, no, 100%, but that's why there's a but. There was no surprises.
Like, yeah, there wasn't for me, and that's so disappointing.
Yeah, no beta for Anthem, no skate, no... I felt like this was very much what they tried doing for the gamers, except I don't think the gamers really got anything out of this.
That's why we speak from the gamers.
Of, Star Wars, and it's like, well, thanks for that title. I'll go and do nothing with it.
Isn't it repressed mostly at the EA events?
They got a fan part, they said this year. So there's a fan. They got the fan fest part, which is what I went to last year.
But were they outside? Because they were very quiet.
Yeah, I'm guessing so. Yeah.
Yeah, they were outside.
So, they should have maybe had a camera on them, so they could go, and if they know they're roaring, they go to that camera and say, "There we go, boom, we know we're pleasing people." But no, they stayed inside with the people who were just like, "Hey, I guess we clap, yeah."
It did feel weird. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Well, thank you both. Let's plug, and get ourselves out of here. Crash, we'll start with you. What you got to plug?
My Twitch channel. If you guys want to go follow me, twitch.tv/Kreshnik, feel free to.
Mr. Moody.
And if you give him the sub, he says he loves you.
Again, stop giving him subs. Give me the subs. Give me the subs. Mr. Moody.
Tell people you love them.
I love everyone.
Go to the outlives.net. Go to outlives.net, where I'm now full-time there with outlives. YouTube.com/outlives as well, where my YouTube channel, not my YouTube, my podcast, my movie reviews are all there. Powering through, we're going to get a few conferences up in there and everything. So go and check us out when you get a chance. We're almost at 100 subscribers, guys.
Ooh.
It would mean a lot if we can hit that.
Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Myself, you know who I am, MC Fixer. If you don't know, now know. If you don't know, now you know. Can't say the N word. Thank you all so much for watching this. I appreciate it. That is 11 hours we've been live. You can hit the follow button here live on Twitter, Twitch, twitch.tv/MCFixer. You can go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/MCFixer, where this will be going up as a video. You can get this on SoundCloud, you can get this on iTunes, you can get this on YouTube, like I said. Thank you, Mr. Moody, for your time. See you again very soon. I can confirm, piece of paper, at Bethesda. And thank you, Crash. I'll see you again at Square Enix. Until then, I'll love you, leave you, and see you all later. Bye.
Later.